Welcome to this Riffview for Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I kid you not, one of my favorite licensed video games of all time. Ah! A talking pickle that tickles! That's over pretty much every single Marvel game ever. That's over any Batman game ever, except for the Arkham series. That's certainly over any Superman game ever. This SpongeBob standalone tops them all. This is where Plankton and Dr. Eggman are officially proven to have gone to the exact same community college. Okay, not all games ever, obviously. I'm not going that hyperbolic. But let's face it, when SpongeBob was in his prime in the early 4 seasons or so, he was really funny. He was really angled towards that adult, teen, and kid audience at the same time, and I really appreciate that kind of tiered humor. And then this game comes along in the midst of those seasons, and it's funny. It's Psychonauts funny. It's anything from Double Fine funny. And that's because the characters are on point. You have Patrick just being Patrick before he got Homerized later on. And then SpongeBob he has enough references to really keep the energy high. Sandy is just adorably out of place, as she always is. The only thing that doesn't really add up comedy-wise are the enemies, which try to be goofy but are never given the same goofy avenues. So it's like, what are we doing on this middle ground here? See, this is what happens when we throw all the tutorials we hate into the ocean. They just end up in underwater segments of games. This being exactly one age after Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie kind of taught the world how to do standard 3D platformers, everything this side of GTA was doing this exact core concept of go into a hub world, to then go into smaller areas, to then collect things. Collect. Which, I mean, I will fully admit, SpongeBob completely cribs from all those games and more, with the stars of the puzzle pieces being golden spatulas, which is pretty funny. I mean, just thinking about finding golden spatulas is pretty funny. This whole game makes me laugh. Anyways, the hub world is, of course, Bikini Bottom, which is not that interesting. It's just so crammed, and it doesn't do the Simpsons hit-and-run thing where you get to see this iconic location expanded out. It's there. The levels are a little bit more expansive, thankfully, with a few bad ones like Goo Lagoon really feeling that cramped nature, and cramped is not good.
Alright, time for my morning routine. First I have to vomit up all the food from yesterday. Now I have to brush my teeth.
One of my favorite areas and favorite experiences from this generation comes from this weird snowboarding section about 3/4 the way through the game. That's completely Texas themed because it's sandy, and it's just amazing. It's a whole bunch of small moments put together that make an awesome experience. My spatula is the spatula that will pierce the heavens! I do have to say there are very weak boss fights. It's kind of the Sonic 3-dimensional formula of wait to do damage and survive until you can do damage, and that's just not fun, because it doesn't fit this game's overall character, in my opinion. But damned if that just does not bring down this game at all. This is an 8 out of 10 from me, and one of my all-time favorites to go back to. Thank you for listening and watching. I'll see you next time, bottom feeders. Bye!